This is a breaking update from 9 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peter Overton. In less than a minute, the Reserve Bank will hand down its second interest rate decision of the year. Nine's finance editor Chris Kohler is with me at the desk. Chris, it seems pretty much a consensus that we won't see any movement today.
Afternoon, Pete. It does certainly feel like that. It seems that the cash rate is likely to stay on hold at 4.35% for the fourth time in a row. Look, the economy is certainly slowing. There's no doubt about that, but possibly not enough just yet to warrant an interest rate cut, the one that we've all been hoping to see. Of course, we've had those 13 rate hikes. They're now fully being absorbed and being seen in interest repayments from mortgage holders every single month. So arguably...
On hold, Chris. On hold, yes.
On hold, 4.35% remains Australia's cash rate for at least another 6 weeks. Look, as I said, the economy is slowing. Inflation and GDP are now coming down quite fast and the unemployment rate is going up. But clearly, Michelle Bullock and the Reserve Bank Board have decided that we can hold on for a little while longer. And we're likely to hear a little bit of tough talk. We're still expecting to see that tightening bias retained when we hear from Michelle Bullock in an hour. The idea being that we're not out of the woods yet. We can't have this interest rate cut that we're all asking for and hoping for because, simply put, we've got a long way to go. The 2 to 3% target band for inflation is still a little bit off, unfortunately, Pete. So on hold.
So the new system is every 6 weeks we now, instead of having it every month. And the other thing is you will hear from the Governor in an hour's time. You'll go to her news conference at Reserve Bank of Australia headquarters in Martin Place in Sydney. You talk about interest rate cuts and there's a heck of a lot of talk. We all want to hear that word cut. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to say it on our coverage one afternoon? What is that timeline? What can we feel from what the economists are saying?
Look, we certainly hope that we're going to be talking about those cuts soon. Look, there was a feeling that we were going to have 2 interest rate cuts this year. Now, all of a sudden, it's looking like the market's predicting 1 instead of 2, most likely seeing that one in September. That's what the market is currently predicting. As I said, we had a second rate cut priced in for November or December, but now that's been pushed out into 2025. And that's the market. If we talk to economists, you start to see quite a noticeable split now. You've got some, like Commonwealth Bank's chief economist, predicting 3 interest rate cuts this year. And then you've got others like HSBC, EY and JP Morgan who are all of a sudden saying we're not going to have any in 2024. So I like the look of the market. September and then maybe a couple in 2025 as well.
Our finance editor, Chris Kohler, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Pete.
Just repeating, the Reserve Bank has decided to leave rates on hold at 4.35%. The afternoon news is our next bulletin, and join us, of course, tonight across Australia for our major bulletins at 6 o'clock. I'm Peter Overton. On behalf of Chris and myself, good afternoon.